Hey guys, it's me Stace. Welcome back to another Cricut Explore video. Today we are doing our Make It Now Monday project, and we are making this really cute little purse card. Really fun. It's a little gift card holder. You open it up like this, and inside you have, looks like that when you open it up. Now I did not glue this down, and I'll share with you guys why when we go to the assembly part of it. But this part here, this little cutout is included, so you can kind of maybe write a note on there if you want to. And this part is where your gift card would go. Okay, I just have like a reward card in here, but you'd put your gift card in there, fold this back down, and it would sit like that. But I'll share with you guys why I'm not adding that. All right, let's go to the computer and we'll get started on making this and come back and put it together. Alrighty, at the computer, you want to go to cricut.com/design. You're going to see this screen here, upper left-hand corner where it says account. Click on that to sign in, and then enter in your email and your password. When you see your name in that green box, that verifies that you were logged in. You want to go to the right and click on where it says All Categories. Go down and click on Cards. And look for the purse card. Right there, go ahead and click on that. This will bring up the preview window. Bottom right, click on Customize. Now, even though I'm not customizing anything on this card, I do like seeing all the mats I'm going to need and all the colors, just in case I want to change anything around. I'm going to click on Go, and we'll see all the mats we need. I believe we need 7 of them. Yes, so you're going to need a 12 by 12 of blue, this piece of blue, a 12 by 12 of red, another 12 by 12 of red, a scrap there, a 12 by 12 of light blue, and then a light blue here. I'm going to click on Go. We'll cut all this out and go to the table and put the card together. Alrighty guys, we are back, everything cut out, and we have a gazillion pieces once again. But it actually goes together pretty easy. We have our envelope, and then we have our light blue. This light blue here, these two pieces go together to form the actual whole purse. So we're going to go ahead and fold on those score marks. Give that a crease here. Do the same for this one and give that a crease here. Now when you open this up, you're going to glue this piece to that one. Then you can see here how it kind of forms the card. We're going to do that. I'm going to bring in my art glitter glue, and you can get this from maymaymadeit.com. You can also use an ATG gun if you want to. But I'm going to put glue all the way around this piece here. I do want to get somewhat close to the edge. Okay, now we're going to lay this one on top of this one here. And I'm more worried about lining up the top than I am anything else. So I'm going to get this lined up on the top here. Then I kind of wiggle it. Okay, so we have our purse here. I'm just going to go back in there and just reinforce my score lines. Okay. Alright, so now inside here, if you look at your pieces, we have this red piece. You'll see that goes right inside there. I mean, even though it's kind of intimidating because you have all these cuts, it actually goes together fairly easy. It is just a lot of cutting and a lot of nitpicking off your mat of all these little pieces, but the other good news is when you're all done, you can save all the negative cuts for confetti, if you want to. Alright, we're going to put this one on the inside, lining it up. I'm going to flip it over just to make sure I'm good. I'm going to give it a little bit of rub this way. Okay, so there's the inside. I'm going to open it back up. We have a solid red piece. We have this one here that's going to go down here. Again, I want to get fairly close to the edge. Okay, and I'm going to flip it this way and then lining it up. You know, you can obviously, of course, eliminate all these pieces, like all these red pieces and whatnot, and make it just this kind of purse, you know, and maybe do some stamping on it or sponging and make it just, you know, a plain purse. You can also do that. All right, now we have our blue piece here. Okay, so we have this one and this one. This is going to get glued together like such. Actually goes together like this. Okay, so when you're looking at this piece, you have the little notch over here. This is going to get glued this way. So when you fold it over, the notches come down, okay? Let's go and glue this red one on. Kind of lining it up at the top here. And the bottom. Okay, now I want to put a red piece or a red piece behind that. You can use either one, it doesn't really matter. There's two of them here. It doesn't really matter which one you use, but since that one had that piece, I'm going to use this piece behind it. And you'll see how they line up. Okay, kind of brings in that red a little bit more. And again, I do want to go and get close to the edge. Problem is I get stuck in the little holes there. I don't think you need a whole lot of glue. I'm just kind of touching a little bit here and there. Okay. Once we get glued to the back of our blue. And you can of course change the colors around if you want to. I'm going to lay this way. Just kind of give that a little bit of a rub like that. Okay, set that piece aside and work on the other blue and red piece. And again, you're going to line the blue up front. Just make sure it's lining up correctly. I think that's a cute card for a girlfriend or a mom, you know, for their birthday or something. I think we all use gift cards and we all give gift cards, and this is just another fun way to do that. Okay, I'm going to glue that on top of my red, or you can put the red on the blue, either way. Okay, just going to give that a little bit of rub. Alright, now we have the glue. So we have our purse like this, okay? This part here is where this one goes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue that one down. See, I'm just kind of touching on the little cuts here. A little bit easier going this way versus have my tip of the glue pen or the glue get stuck in the holes there. Alright, so that's going to get glue to the front. I want to make sure it's even at the bottom. And I'm using a white cord cardstock, so if you're going to use that kind of cardstock, I'd probably ink everything first to kind of hide all the white edges that we're going to have. Okay, I'm just gluing that down really well, just giving a little bit of rub. Okay, so now we have that, and we have that, okay? Now, we have the other piece that's going to get glued onto the back, just like that. So I'm going to go around the edges first with the glue. Whoop. Okay, and then just kind of dot around it. And then some in the middle. Alright, we're going to line this up. It actually is a really pretty pattern, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to hold it like this. I'm just going to give that a rub again. Okay, so now we have our purse. We can go ahead and close this up. You're going to just bring this down and then bring this up. Now there's a few things about this purse that I cannot figure out, so I'm going to hopefully you guys will understand what they are first. We have this piece. If you look at the picture in Design Space, it shows it being like this, and and then having this piece here, but then I don't know how you'd close the purse, so I'm eliminating that. And I'm just going to go ahead and have this piece be all loose. Close that and just bring this down under that. Okay, if you want to, you can add like a little brad or something there to kind of jazz it up more. All right, let's go back to the inside. Now we have this piece here, which was the envelope. Okay, for the gift card to go into, we'll go ahead and fold on the square marks or crease on the square marks first, just to kind of get them going. Okay. And just give them a crease with your bone folder. Alright, so you'll see we have 2 more pieces left. We have our red one and our blue one. The same thing, the blue is going to go on top of the red and get glued together. Okay, take this one and that one. Okay, and that's going to get glued to the front of this piece right here. And on this one I did use a lighter color blue than I did the other one. But again, you can change the colors out and make them match. Okay, so it's going to get glued to this guy for our gift card holder to go into, or our gift card. Okay, let's work on our envelope. Let's go ahead and close this. Put some glue on the side here and on the side there. Bring that down. I'm also going to flip it over just so I can get the glue. Okay, now we have the actual envelope that this whole card goes into. I did go ahead and already crease my square marks on this one. Just put glue on the edge here and on the edge over here. Bring that down, and again I'm going to flip it over. Okay, that should be good, I think, hopefully. Let's see. Nope, I'm not good on this side. Some more glue here. Okay, that is good. All right, now back to the inside. We have this blue piece and this red piece. We're going to glue those 2 guys together. So like I said, a lot of pieces, but it actually goes together like the nesting dolls we did. A lot of pieces on that one, but surprisingly went together pretty simple. Alright, glue these 2 guys together like that. Okay. Alright, now the piece that threw me through a loop was this piece right here. We're going to go ahead and score or finger bend on those score marks to get it going. And also on the side. Right here and right here. Now obviously this serves, it's supposed to be holding this piece up, like this piece, like, you know, you go write a note on that. But when you have it together, you have this little top flap, and I cannot figure that out. So what I did, again, just to make things simpler for me, I went ahead and cut part of that off. Because I couldn't figure it out. Okay, so now I just have this piece that I can glue that to. Okay, so we're going to take that one. I'm actually going to glue it this way, I think. Nope, the other way. I'm going to have my flaps in. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on the end right here and the end right here. Okay, what that does, it just creates a little pocket so our little note card don't fall out. Okay, now this piece will get glued on top of that. I'm trying to go ahead and dot it in there and then line this up on top of that. Again, I'm going to kind of flip it over and just give it a squish. Okay, now this will get glued to this part here, and that's going to create your pocket, like I said, for this card to go into. Okay, just like that. Just going to glue this down. This will be like the inside pocket on the lining of your purse. I'm going to flip it over again and just kind of give it a little bit of a rub, or pat, I guess, just to make sure that sticks. All right, now let's talk about this little guy here. This is cute, okay, but the idea here, you're going to take glue all around this and put this on this one here to hold the gift card. But I find because it is glued down, that makes this part here very hard to get in that little slot. I mean, it will go in there, you know. I actually took my bone folder and kind of went in there first, just to kind of open it up a little bit. Okay, and this will fit in there. And I think it's cute. Okay, but when you have that glued down, I just think it's going to be a lot of trouble, you know, to get that open, because you have 3 layers of cardstock here, you know, that you have to bend to go in there. So what I'm going to do, you know, you can do it, you can glue it down this way. You can add a glue dot here and kind of just tap on it so where it's not so sticky. You can add a little magnet, you can add Velcro, and then glue it down that way so the person can open it up this way and get their gift card out. Let me grab this one. Okay. So you can do it that way if you want to. Okay, or you can leave it the way it is. Bend this down. Or again, you can use Velcro. And just have this be inside the purse. So when you close the purse up, this can serve as a wallet in their purse. You know what I mean? So you close this down and close this down. And again, you can put a magnet here, a piece of Velcro. So here's our purse. They open it up. They have, oh, a wallet. Wonder what's in it. You know, you can put cash in it. You can put a little note in it. You can put a gift card. You know, whatever you want to do. Or you can glue it down and use, if you're going to glue it down, I would definitely use a piece of Velcro or a glue dot and just kind of pat on it so it's not so sticky so they can open it and get back in there. Or you can leave it out altogether, not even make that piece, and cut this one out in white. Or even, you know, you can write on this, so you can write a greeting on here and then use this pocket for your gift card. Okay, so there's lots of ways you can play around with the purse. I like the idea of this because it coordinates, you know. I think it's really cute, but I probably would not put it in the purse, you know, or I probably would not glue it down. I would just, you know, leave this out and eliminate this altogether. Okay, or you can draw something on there or whatever, but I think it's a really cute set like that. I think it looks super cute. And then we're going to go ahead and put this back in here like that. Of course, if you're going to have this be as a wallet, you can take that out and put this in here. Okay, that piece is supposed to go in there. You can put a little note in there so there's something inside their pocket. Put the gift card in here. Okay, close all that back up. Close this down. Like I said, I can't figure out the closure for this piece here. I don't understand how they have that there. Because on Design Space, they have it to where it looks like this. And this goes over that piece. But again, I guess you could probably do that and use Velcro here. You know, again, you can use Velcro or you can use a glue dot to kind of keep that down. But I just went the easy way, okay? So we have all that. Let's grab our envelope. Okay, it all fits in there nicely. I would not mail it because it is super bulky, but I think it's super cute though as well. What do y'all think? So a lot of pieces, a lot of, you know, cutting. But I do think the overall outcome is really cute. I like it better with the wallet being separate. So there you can see there's a lighter blue. I use some darker blue. I kind of like the darker blue better. But again, you can change up any kind of color combination you guys like. Anyway, as always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.